if someone gets done for being a drug cheat, like say TJ DIllashaw I was thinking about, do you think that the same as what happened with Lance Armstrong getting stripped of everything, do you think if you get done, you should be stripped of any belts? But in history, you're not ever known as the champion because it's almost like there was no champion for this period of time.
Oh, as in like they just take away your former champion status altogether.
And all of your previous fights turn to a no contest that you won.
Fuck.
I think that's fair. I honestly think that's fair. Because you look, TJ is the main one. Yeah. And I was a fan of TJ. I liked him. I thought he was going to...
win the strap again.
I thought he was going to beat Aljamain. But I think TJ ruined Galbraith's career. Yeah. I think after two bad knockouts, he was never the same.
I agree.
He fought Pedro Munoz after him, and he would not, if he was still the champ, he would not have fought that way. He would have not have been that reckless.
Absolutely.
And look at Henan Barao, absolutely unstoppable, and then went 2 5-rounders and got knocked out. Got knocked out in the 5th both times, didn't he? Did he? Did I get that wrong?
I don't remember what round it was. I feel like one of them was fairly early.
In the 4th. So he beat him in the 5th and the 4th. But that's 9 rounds of copping a flogging from TJ. Yeah. And since then, what has Barao done? He was fighting on the undercard. Jesus, look at that. So he was 32-1, and since then, he's gone 2-7.
Yeah. Jeez, man. What's TJ?
That is
Stevens.
He was fighting Luke Sanders. Like, he was fighting on an undercard.
When was his... 2019.
Yeah, he's retired after that.
Yeah.
But look who he's losing to. I mean, Kelleher and Andre Ullin, so they're okay, horrible, but they're not. They're not. He was the champ. He was an unbeatable champ.
Yeah, like if you keep scrolling down, like it's all W's.
Look at that. Fuck. Faber. And he dominated. Like he dominated Faber.
Yep.
I think that there should be some larger penalty. If you've been done for drugs, I think you should be. I know it's a money thing, but I think all of your time as champion should be revoked, and I think that you should have all your wins turned to a no contest.
I agree. The only thing though is like if we're using TJ as an example, like how many people, even with USADA around, are still managing to like jump on some sort of PED and dodge USADA, you know, because they're definitely still around. Like as early as fucking Yoel Romero, like I was definitely on roids. I don't know. It's like you could do that, but then it's like, what about the people that are doing it but getting away with it?
I think if you can afford it, if you can afford the top stuff, the latest stuff, I think you can get away with it.
Probably.
But if you go to the Olympics and you go, well, if I win a medal, I'm definitely getting tested, then you wouldn't even risk it.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. I mean, the sentiment of like, wow, you were on drugs this whole time. Yeah, you should definitely be stripped and everything should turn into a no contest. Especially in the...
Don't mention this name. Don't mention this person's name. Okay.
Especially in the context of like what he did to Cody Garbrandt. Like he did ruin Cody, even though he got a good win on the weekend. But like you've ruined someone else's career because you were on the juice. Yeah. You know, like that's not fair.
But that wasn't... I mean, that was a good win that Cody had, but it wasn't a great win. It wasn't like a top 5, now he's a contender.
Yeah.
And he beat Dominic Cruz in his prime.
Yeah.
He took the belt off Cruz.
I wish I remembered the YouTuber's name because I'd give him a shout out. Not that we... Yeah.
Not that it shout out. DK5 Stats.
DK5 Stats. I watched a whole documentary the other day. It's like 40 minutes long about Dominic Cruz. And just... Dude, what a story, man. That guy's been through so much shit. And to get back to champion status after all those injuries. And after 4 years off, and like I did not realize how hectic his injuries were. Like,
he went for a long time without a fight.
Bad, and he's still fighting. They were bad injuries. And
he was so young when he was dominating WEC.
Yeah. And I didn't realize how deep his rivalry with Faber was.
Oh yeah, they did not like each other, did they? I think Faber gave Dominic his first loss, didn't he?
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, and then Dominic took a few more fights and he won, and then he got his first injury, I think. Came back, fought for the title with Faber. I think this is correct. and Faber was just not expecting the new and improved Dominic that he fought previously. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway.
It's how people get around positive tests. This person here, I'm not going to put a photo and I'm not going to mention this person's name.
Yeah, fair.
But this person actually said to someone who said to me, how this person actually got around it was part of the surprise testing they had with this particular person in their sport was they'd just rock up to training and then they'd catch them. Anyway, they can't. There's some rule in Australia with the doping. I don't know whether this is right. I hope it is. But you can turn up, but you can't interfere with if they're training. You can't stop training and get them in there. You have to wait. Anyway, so this person in particular used to, they used to see him obviously come in because you could see, they knew who the people were. This person used to straight away jump in the pool. Right, and start walking up and down in the pool. And in that time, they would drink 5-6 litres of water while they're doing and peeing in the pool, right? And would walk just slowly could be any pace you want, like maybe walk for up to 2 hours and have consumed that much water that everything is so diluted when this person got out the pool and peed was basically peeing Mount Franklin and got away with it.